Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and another unboxing here. We got actually our first one for this. Decided recently, did some shuffling around, consolidating on some other games and stuff like that. Had this hankering for like, the good old days of regular Warhammer Fantasy before Sigmar and stuff came out. I'm like, oh man, we used to have Tomb Kings and such a fun game. Had a chance to read through the rules. I'm like, oh yeah, this does take us back to again those good old days. So decided to dip into Warhammer: The Old World. So we're gonna be slowly building up a Tomb King's force. So we're gonna take a quick look here. First, a little sort of extra purchase. We did get the big army box, but we're gonna take a look at these new and improved swarms compared to what they were back in the day. So we're gonna get this opened up for you guys, and we'll show you what you get when you pick up the swarms blister. Be right back. Alrighty, we're back. So we get a nice little color, somewhat colorful guide here on assembly. Not that it's necessarily overly complicated, but it does help because there's just enough pieces to where it's like, we're not necessarily going to get the obvious fit here. Although they did make a note too that the slots are different for each of the swarms, so it actually makes it nice and easy to get some of the pieces connected. But this is resin, so let's take a look here. It definitely looks sharp on the detail. Is not fine cast, thank God. So, but a fair few little sprues here, but again, the detail is fantastic. Just all the little subtleties here. Obviously, you got all the scarabs crawling around, but you can see all that here. Some skeletons baked in there as well. So definitely fun to paint, and much more visually impressive than the swarms of old fantasy, where it was basically just more like a flat base with the scarabs running around. Not that it wasn't cool looking to convey the effect, but obviously this is just like, think more like the Mummy movies and stuff like that. More 3D in that sense as far as the visual effect here. Again, you got skeletons kind of tied up in these swarms. Really cool stuff there. So neat so far. Probably going to pick up a second blister at some point just to have a fair few of these bases. Definitely loved using them back in the day. Great tar pit. So again, fun stuff here. Love the way that these just kind of have the assembly on these, as far as with the bugs and essentially and all these like skeleton bits sort of just weave together to really convey the fact that these are just this massive swarm here. Gives the opponent something to deal with too. Hopefully they fall for the trap and kind of just get stuck in place for a few turns. Again, love that there. Just got the skeleton sticking out, got his weapon and stuff. But yeah, you get basically 3 bases, get these all assembled, and then you'll expect to get something looking like that out of it. So really cool stuff there, and again, just makes them that much more impressive on the table instead of just, again, the more or less flat bases that it used to be, where like the swarm was just kind of one layer essentially covering the base. So this definitely looks a little bit more menacing and threatening on the table as well. So cool stuff there. Let us know, guys, if you are playing Tomb Kings, how many swarms do you typically run in your force and what size game? Let us know what you think of the newer models too. I think the old ones used to be metal, if I'm not mistaken. So this is a welcome change. So it doesn't seem like we had really any crazy mold lines or deformities or anything, so this should be a nice, easy process. So let us know what you think on these in the comments. We'll have some more unboxings and stuff for the Tomb Kings soon. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.